In 2024, I built an epic M42, M44 Frankenstein 16 valve BMW engine, and it turned out to be amazing and made really, really good power. But this year, 25, we're taking it to the next level, and this week I'm focusing on getting the engine installed. It's a massive task. I spent a lot of yesterday just bolting everything together on the front end, the valve cover. I have to do obviously the throttle bodies. I need to make up a bracket for the crank angle sensor because the crank does not have the tooth wheel on anymore, so there is a ton of stuff to do. I'm going to make the bracket first, pretty much focus on getting the throttle bodies in, getting it together so it can go in the car. So it's a big push of the next couple of days. Alright, so the time has come to finally get this puppy into the engine bay. So there's a couple of small things that I need to do. I need to put on the engine mounts and take it off the engine stand, put it on the ground, put the flywheel on, and tighten the front pulley, so the flywheel clutch assembly. So I'm going to get busy with that, and then we've got to get it in the engine bay. Alright guys, it is in. Man, this thing's been kicking my ass for the last 3-4 hours, but it's in. And now I can start all the other small bits of work. After that, I buttoned up all the loose ends, and then it was time to get this bad boy cranked for oil pressure and then started.
Well, congrats.
Thank you. It's working.
I found the issue. It was the dwell time. So I just remembered we were sitting here. As the battery's dying, the ECU compensates for that. And there's a compensation factor, and you can actually increase the spark and increase the injection time. It runs good.
Yeah, it runs well.
It runs very well.
Before I forget, I must say a massive mega thank you to Sven from Gibbet Motorsports. He helped me with the setup of the ECU and changing it and calibrating it. He also is, him and I work together on fittings. I resell some of his fittings, and we work together on a few things. So massive thank you to Sven. His details are in the bottom, a link to his website and his socials and all that stuff. Go and support him. Thank you again. It's couldn't have done it without all that help. So alright guys, so it is the next day here, and as you saw last night, we managed to get this bad boy running, but we have no oil pressure. Now I've had this issue before with this specific engine, and I didn't run it for long. I saw the oil pressure was not there. We tried to get oil pressure by running it, and no, it didn't come. So eventually I bypassed the oil cooler completely. What we tried doing is, I'm sure you saw, we tried filling the pump and like getting oil into the galleries of the pump to try and generate a hydraulic, some sort of hydraulic full, but that didn't work either. So that's the number one priority right now. So what I'm going to do, I've got some, we even used a bunch of the Ravenol 1060. I've got a cheap oil in there, but so what I did is I got 10 liters of other cheap oil. What I'm going to do is just flood the engine and try get the oil level above the pump so that it pushes out whatever airlock there is. So we're going to try that, but otherwise it runs really well. We just got to get oil pressure. That is mission critical at the moment. So just get these plugs out. Yeah, super wet. Lots of fuel because it has lots of compression. All right, let's fill this puppy up. I'm gonna put 10 liters in it. And the idea is, get the oil level above the pickup to try and push out any air. Okay, let's see quickly on the dipstick how far up it is. So it is up there on the dipstick. So if I put that next to the motor here, I think that second 5 liters is required. So let's just go. Unfortunately, this is the race car life. Sometimes you have to resort to extremes. And we are going to put the rest of this Ravenol 1060 in, the good stuff, so it can have its best fighting chance. So it should have about 17 liters of oil in. It's 3 times the amount. So yeah, the whole idea is so that we can push out the airlock in the scavenge line. Battery's charged. All right, let's go again. Alright, so I have a plan here. I've connected this oil pump, put it into the dipstick, and I'm gonna try and pump oil back down into the pump. I know we gravity fed it yesterday, but I want to try and do this so maybe it with a solid stream of oil it can push out the bubble. Let's see. We can see it sucking oil out of the scavenge, throwing it back into the engine. Okay, I think I know what we're gonna do. Okay, Craig. Come on, boyki. Nope. All right, guys. So that has been a super successful video. We've managed to put everything together, get it in the car. and even get it started after a lot of fiddling, because we had to relocate the crank angle sensor to the front because of the crank. So all of that was good. The only problem is that oil pressure was super low. In the end, the oil pressure is 0.5 bar, and that is just ridiculously low. So after much investigation, I figured out that the oil pump gears I bought to install the new ones are actually M42 oil pump gears, and the housing I have on is an M44 housing, and the gears are slightly taller and they are bigger. So the M44 oil pump is the one you want, and obviously that's why I ran it. And yep, I didn't pick it up. I ordered the gears as M44, they came as M42. I didn't pick it up, and yeah, that's why. So at the moment, this is where we are. So I need to basically strip everything out and get the oil pump out so that I can exchange the pump gears. Now I've looked around to see if I could find a new housing, but you can't really buy those things aftermarket, and nobody sells them. Beamer World, Turner Motorsport, I've googled everywhere, it's all just used stuff. So the only other option is I've tried BMW, they need a VIN. I'm going to try find a part number so that I could put a new housing on. I've contacted some of the local BMW guys, some guys that have got touring car versions of these, the S42. They're going to have a look to see if they've got newer ones. Otherwise, I can get M44 gears. So we're just going to see. Otherwise, I'll just put new M44 gears in. I don't want to put the old gears in because I want a high oil pressure specifically for this motor. The good news is, yeah, it started really after we figured out what was going on with obviously the timing and getting the timing all set up, and we richened up the table a bit, the fueling. Then it starts really easily. It's actually really nice. So I'm super pumped. So in the next episode, we're going to sort out this oil pump and then get this thing sorted. So I won't be racing Kyle Army next weekend, but we need to just get this thing properly sorted out and then do some testing. So maybe in the next episode we even make it to the dyno. Let's see. Thank you so much for watching. It was a mega episode, and thanks for all the support everybody's given me. It's been a mega build, and I'm super pumped, and we need to get this thing on the track. So hopefully more upgrades will come. I've got a super mega epic upgrade planned for this car. But yeah, it's going to take quite a bit of money to make that happen. But anyway, we'll just keep pushing. Thanks for watching. Ciao.